Hey, Facebook friends, welcome to another segment of the Southwest Spotlight. I'm Janice Hernandez. And in celebration of National Library Week and School Librarian Day on Tuesday, I would like to welcome Southwest High School Librarian Julie Estes and Southwest Legacy Librarian Hope Taylor. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So let's talk a little bit about the week. It's a week to recognize not only reading, but the hard work that librarians put in our school system. So tell me a little bit about some of the things that you all focus on when working.
My number one priority for being a high school librarian, and it is very different from elementary level than to the secondary level, but my number one job is to be a support for the teachers and do whatever I can to support what they're doing in the classroom, whether that means they're coming to do research in the library or I'm helping them, collaborating with them for different lessons and getting them resources. And then the second thing is just getting kids to love reading and just teaching them the variety that's out there, and a love of reading is an important thing to have for the rest of your life, not just when you're in high school.
And that's a big part of it. As I said, as Julie said, high schools are big about research and the whole process, not only of reading, but of finding information. We're very much information brokers and information managers. And that's something that we also work on teaching the students and helping the teachers apply in their classrooms. But that also means reading, and it can be reading in any form: audiobooks, ebooks, physical books, like the ones behind Miss Estes there and mine, ebooks like my Kindle, and reading online as well, learning about the fact that reading is an important skill, whether you do it for fun or whether you do it for work or just to gather information. It's all important. And being able to do it well and with thought, judging what you're doing, reading and listening to, so that you're not just accepting everything at face value. All of those are skills that we learn, we teach at all levels. Our elementary people do it too. And I know a lot of people think of story time as being key to the elementary, but there's a lot to that. And picture books are powerful at all levels. So.
And it's important to start young. Correct?
Very, very young. You can read in the womb. Children absorb from the sound of the parent's voice, and then that cadence when you're reading out loud actually teaches a lot of things at all levels.
Excellent. So as you all are aware, we are currently, all of us, dealing with this pandemic that has closed schools for the rest of the year, where we are continuing our online education and using resources online. But a lot of us, as we spend time at home through the week, reading a good book is a good way to get away and kind of just get your thoughts off of what's currently going on. So tell us a little bit about some of the resources available for our students and for parents that they can use.
Well, I know that both high schools as well as middle schools and elementary schools in our district have accumulated amazing resources, both that we already own and that have been given to us because of the situation that we're in right now. So we all have websites up and running. Links are all attached to our library homepages. The digital resources are phenomenal right now, and I would encourage families to take advantage of everything that's free because of the situation that we're in, as well as the things that, because of the taxes that they pay, are already available to them in the city as well. But the links are on the home pages. So we have audiobooks that are free if you're someone that really likes to listen and make that escape, as well as all the ebooks digitally, both in our libraries that students can check out copies because they are students, but also the things that are free and immediate access digitally from publishers right now.
Okay.
Yes, and these things are changing daily. So I know I keep updating mine
Right.
And all you do is go to each of our school homepages, and there'll be a link on the page that says library. When you click library, then there's that main page, and then each librarian has that main page plus links to other pages. I know on mine it says COVID-19 resources. I'm not sure about Miss Estes, but she's equally likely to have a very easy one to find, and just check on it every day. We have many of the publishers have given us access for free with just a temporary password. And in addition, we have links to Bear Bibliotech, which is our Bear County all electronic library, something our taxes are already paying for, that have these amazing resources of ebooks. It has audiobooks, it has movies, although those are limited because of funding, music. There's live concerts on there with a program through that. There's also, and this is something that people don't think about, amazing resource. We have a lot of people who are out of jobs right now, and they have on their lynda.com, which is a job training videos, things that people pay a lot of money for are free on the website, and you get certificates at the end of it. They have linked to free college classes on there, and other training videos as well. So people can use their libraries not just for reading, which is critical, but also to grow in many other ways. And then also links to our San Antonio Public Library, something we're also paying for. And I know some people get upset with the public library because you have to go and improve where you live, but right now they know you can't. So they have grace periods where you can sign up and use electronic resources without having to do that right away. You just have to do an application. The applications aren't very long.
That's really interesting information, and I think it's important resources for a community. A lot of people may have not known that they can go to the library and find these additional resources, to help them, through this period. So very nice.
And our school libraries actually have this as well. We have access to programs that we train our students on, one of which is through Region 20, which is an education support program, is called, see, I've gone blank. I hate it when I do that. Miss Estes?
The Chilton, is that what you're talking about?
Well, there's Chilton if you need to do car stuff, and that's through the Gale program. And then also the
Learning Express.
Learning Express, that's the one. And Bibliotech also has and also the public library all have access to this program called Learning Express. Learning Express is really cool because it has test prep. So our school kids can prepare for all the different tests that they need to do, such as the STAR test. Luckily, we have a break on that. SATs and ACTs and those types of things. But also job training tests are on there, and resume builder is on there. It has cover letter builders. So there's a lot of tools that all members of the family can use, and this is all through our websites. We're paying for that, so there's absolutely no reason why they can't use them. And if they need to know how to access it, all they need to do is contact us, and we'll be happy to give them the passwords that they need to get in.
Right, and that's what I was going to say, that it can be overwhelming, the amount of information that's available to students and families right now. And it is really important to know that that's what we do. That's what we're trained to do. And so our email addresses are on our website, so reach out to us. I'm doing a Book a Librarian time for me. And so students and families can sign up and say, hey, can we do a video conference? I have a lot of questions. I don't know what I'm doing. They can contact me and we can set up a time and make an appointment to talk about how they can access everything that Ms. Taylor talked about, because it can be overwhelming if you don't really know where to look and it's your first time checking this stuff out. So it's important to ask questions.
So tell us now, we're talking about resources. And right now our students, each one of your high schools has a book club. So we do have students who are utilizing not only the resources, but also engaging with each other on some books that they're reading. So tell us a little bit about that. Any topics of interest or any recommendations that you all have for our groups?
Well, a lot of our students are reading some of the newer diverse books. And so our Project Lit book club, I know this school year has experienced getting to see Kwame Alexander when he visited
Mm-hmm.
our district, and reading a lot by Jason Reynolds. And those are things that not only book club members, but people who are just interested in that kind of stuff. Authors are doing readings of their works and introducing brand new books, again, for free. And all of those links are on our web pages as well, just so students can, even if they can't join in Miss Taylor's book club at Legacy or Project Lit at Southwest, but there's all those opportunities that when they have time, they can engage with the authors themselves, which again is an opportunity that we don't get all the time.
And a lot of the social media is having opportunities. For example, I was just hearing that Mrs. Obama is been doing read alouds. I believe it was today at 11 o'clock, but I think it's every Monday at 11 o'clock. And I want to say it's on Facebook, but I did just hear about it, so I'm not positive. But it's easy enough to find the information. We can post the links and information on our website. But she was going to be reading a book called The Gruffalo today. And then we have Jason Reynolds has been doing read alouds every week as well that are live streaming read alouds. We have lots of authors on YouTube. You can just stroll YouTube and there are people doing picture book read alouds and conversations about their books. So even if a parent doesn't have time to sit down and read with a student, they can have the celebrity do that with them, and then they could talk about it. You know, maybe the parent is cooking lunch and the student can be reading along with the celebrity, and then the parent could talk about it.
Reading is something that humanity comes together, you know, common themes, common tragedies, history, things that we can talk about. I've been sad before. I've been in love before. I've experienced death before. So let's read a story and then let's talk about how does that make us feel, and what are we going to do about it, and how can we be there for each other. So literature's that common bond that we all can experience, whether it's an audiobook or an ebook or just reading a book that you have at home.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on the segment. Anything else that you want to add that you want to tell our viewers?
Be sure you celebrate all library workers. We have amazing people who are not librarians, but they are important people who participate in supporting. And then something to remember in this financial crisis time and with the city making cuts, one of the things that's going to be hit are going to be our public libraries. And so please take the time to let your councilman know to support, that you need that support of your libraries, that this is important community network that you need access to, and to make sure they don't forget them.
Well, and just that I just wanted our teachers to know that we're here for you and we're with you. And I know that this is not easy, and they're working harder than they have ever before in their careers. And that if they need anything, just make sure that they ask their librarians.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining us.
Keep reading.